Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. It is episode 137. Week by week, the show gets less and less prepared. So welcome. I hope you are all having a lovely Thursday. We're back on the usual schedule because the clocks did change, so hopefully that hasn't confused anybody too much. I don't know what's going on with time. I don't know. We're all time travelers, I guess, now these days. Hopefully you can hear me as well, actually. That's always a worry when I start this. Is anyone actually out there? Can anybody hear me? So yeah, welcome. It's good to see all of your lovely avatar faces and all of your written words in English, which means I can read them and communicate back. That's how language works, thankfully. So who have we got in the chat today? Now, my chat is doing something very annoying. Not you guys, I mean the actual chat. Every time I click on someone's comment, it opens up the right click menu and it's very irritating. So I'm going to have to just deal with that today. So hello, Terrence. Terrence saying hi, Lucy. We got Jazzy saying hi, everybody. Hello. You all, everybody. You all. We got Jamie saying hello. We have, I can't even scroll. We have Chris J saying good evening. I can't not say good evening without saying it in the way that Kurt Cobain says it at the beginning of that song. What is that song? There's a version of it on Spotify, which is like an acoustic version, and he goes, good evening. This is a song off our album, or most of you don't know it, or most of you don't own it or something. It's like really tongue in cheek. It's like that. Is it friend I do? Da, da. What's it? About a girl, I think. Take advantage down, and I can see you every night. Free. That one. Yes, Chris J knows it. About a girl. It is that. This is very irritating, but I'll have to deal with this for the next hour and a half, this right-clicking thing. We have... who else we got here? We got Daniel saying hi all. Hello. Good to see you. We got Pasha saying good evening out there. So some people as well are talking about the poll today, which I thought of just walking around when I wander the streets. I was like, what is best video game zombie? Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of video game zombies, but I can only on YouTube give you 4 to vote from. And seeing as Resident Evil is the topic on everyone's mind, everyone is playing it, everyone's talking about it, I thought, you know what, maybe this was an apt poll for the day. So I had to pick the 4 that came to mind and the 4 that I know of. I did think about doing Dying Light, but I felt weird doing games that I've not played. I can't speak to them. So what is best video game zombie out of the 4 that I have given you to select? Is it the infected from The Last of Us? I know technically they're not really zombies, but you know what I'm saying. Is it Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4? Or is it Days Gone? Freakus, Boostman. Oh, there's a nest. A Boostman, I have to go. Dig a jar out. Or is it Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, the G virus? So I'm definitely interested. Sorry, I also have wild hair today. Hey, I heard you've got the wild hair. Ooh. I've also drunk coffee, which has been a mixed emotion of roller coaster rides today. I was like, whoa! So we're going to see the synapses are firing. I've also just seen, thank you very much, Super Beach Boy. Very kind of you. Super Beach Boy says, hey everybody, hope everyone is great. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks. There we go. I like how you can do that and it comes up with a little thing. So yeah, I'm curious to see what people think. So at the moment, we have 10% of people saying Las Plagas in last place, which is really interesting actually. I wasn't sure. I thought it was the G virus. Or is it the T virus? Maybe someone can fact check me on that. So we have Las Plagas coming in last place, which I actually kind of can understand because when I played Resident Evil 4 3 years ago, I was like, are these even zombies anymore? Because, well, I suppose I am opening up the definition of zombie because are the infected even zombies? What even is a zombie? How do they even exist? I don't know. Because they're like alive in a different way that zombies aren't. I guess because actually there's a parasite in them. It's the parasite Eve! my brain just works in music, I'm sorry. So next, 2020 is the Freakers and the G-Virus. I thought the Freakers would be the lowest, because, no offense, the Freakers are kind of lame. But of course, I thought the Infected would win, because the Infected, I think, are a bit more interesting, because they're they're not just, your stereotypical zombie. I was thinking about putting the Walking Dead zombies, but they're your classic zombies. They're like, the world, something has happened to the world. How do zombies even begin? Surely there's got to be some magic involved in it. If we're going to think about it realistically, if we're going to, do some kind of, science experiment, we're going to be like the Mythbusters here. Hello, I'm that guy from Mythbusters, and we're going to talk about whether zombies can truly exist. What has to happen to make a being alive again. I think the only realistic one is the infected, because whilst the host is dead, there's a new thing inside of you that is making you alive. So are you truly dead? Or is it just another sense of living? Or are you just I suppose you are just the host. I guess it must be like I don't know why I'm thinking. The questions that keep you up at night. How do zombies even begin? Like, if we're talking classic zombies, which was the original question, how does something that is dead, define dead? Dead means you're not conscious anymore. Your heart isn't beating because you're not alive. How does that begin to be alive again? It just doesn't make any sense other than magic, I guess. We're all forgetting. I did think about the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare zombies, because they're pretty fun too. They had weird stuff going on. But yeah, it's got to be something. So I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this before, but there's like a series of Torchwood. Torchwood is a spin-off of a Doctor Who show, by the way, called Miracle Day, which I refuse to watch because I think it's absolute awfulness. But they do the reverse, where it's like, it's not zombies. It's like one day nobody can die anymore. Everyone just lives forever. Like, you can literally be killed, but you will still be alive. Like, you could get, like, I don't know, skewered by a pole, but through your heart, but you will still be alive. And it was very, very harrowing, very morbid, because what do you do in that situation where just literally nobody dies? And so I think, what was it? I mean, I guess in Doctor Who it's always aliens. There was some kind of like thing in somewhere, where is that place in Argentina? What's Argentina's capital city? Why am I torturing myself with geography? Buenos Aires or something? No, that's like what the infected say in in Resident Evil 4. Anyway, there was like these two underground like entities that were like sucking something, and then that was what was keeping everyone alive. And then Captain Jack had to do something to like give his own life. I haven't watched it again ever since. Anyway, the point is, zombies are awful. I don't think that they can really be real. Yeah, Miracle Day was trash. I love that, Robert War. You're always on it with the British Connection. I love that. That could be our stable name. If you ever want to form a tag team, we could be the British Connection. I like it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this place, which I cannot describe. This is going to drive me insane. This intro, yeah, blame the Kit Kat coffee at Costa. It was very nice, but I took myself to Costa and indulged in a Kit Kat mocha, and this is the result of that. So let's, you know what? Speaking of liquids, I'm thirsty. Let's drink something. So what have we got today? Well, we have our last, British Connection for the win. Our last drink from the unofficial official drinks benefactor. Here it is over here. Thank you very much, Drinks Benefactor. This is the last in the collection. So what's it going to be? Apparently it might be something gross. So we're about to find out. How will Kit Kat coffee mix with this? We're about to find out. So let's open it up. And then I have my fetching mug. So what have we got coming up on the show today? Well, I haven't written the show notes because I went for a walk instead. So I have got some preliminary show notes. But next week, so let's do some housekeeping while we're opening this up. So next week, it is actually, by popular demand, people were saying, Lucy, are you going to do anything for 3 years of Locking It Down with Lucy? And I thought, you know what, maybe it's time to end it all. But no, I thought, no, let's not do that. But this is fun. Hopefully you're still having fun. I'm still having fun. I'll do this for as long as I'm having fun still. So I thought, you know what, maybe we will do something. We'll have a bit of fun. So I'll talk about that more later. But yeah, please show up next week for the 3-year anniversary, if you will. Because it's going to be a little bit of a different show. And hopefully we'll have a good time. So what have we got here? Coca-Cola Move Creations. What does this mean? Move, limited edition. I'm sorry, Coca-Cola. But Move isn't a flavour. Transformation flavoured. You can't, wait, they're just making up words. That's like saying, oh, I ate something for dinner and it was table flavoured. What does a table taste like? Okay, well, here we go. Let's experimental drinking. It's like, look at this design. Has anyone had this before? I have never seen this ever. Like the other two I'd seen before, but this. Also, we don't really drink Coca-Cola on the show much. Oh, Daniel Shirley. Yeah, Pepsi Girl won't be happy drinking Coca-Cola. And never tell Pepsi Girl this. Please don't ever tell Pepsi Girl. Just, shh, it's our secret. Pepsi Girl, bless her heart, she doesn't watch the show, but she does tell other people about the show, and she says, "Oh, Lucy does a YouTube show where she reviews drinks." I'm like, that's exactly what I do, Pepsi Girl. Thank you. Okay, let's have a smell test. I can't even describe that. That is a weird smell. It doesn't smell like Coke. Do you see that Pepsi are changing their logo? Are they? I can't even describe that smell to you. It's almost fictional. Like it, not a drinking smell. More of like a. It's very sweet. It's like a very sweet smell. I'm not. Okay, let's see. Oh, look who it is. It's Friendly Unnamed Rival. Howdy, Lucy. Howdy, Friendly Unnamed Rival. I hope you are well. Yeah, we've not been rivaling recently. You know, it's a good place to be. Let's see. You know what? Oh my God, this tastes like something that I can't quite. I actually like it, by the way. This is good. This doesn't taste like Coke, which is what I like about it. It does have like a vanilla-y taste to it almost. But it's vanilla-y with something else. I wish I was good at identifying tastes. It's like when you had to do a music exam, you have to sit there listening to the music and having to say if you heard a piano or not. Maybe we'll unlock the true identity of what this flavour is. A slight marshmallow flavour. I'm not getting marshmallow. Now, in wine tasting, you have to see if it's got any legs on it. I think this is it. Jose. I think it's caramel. I think it's a caramelly flavour. I think you're right. Let's check the ingredients before I drop it all over myself. Okay, so what's it saying? High fructose corn syrup. Caramel colour. Natural fraptic. Oh no, it's got more caffeine in it. I'm never gonna go to sleep. I'm never gonna sleep again. Caffeine's got me up all night. And then I gotta listen to The Sims because they've got an interesting plot development in their lives, which we will get to in due course when we get to the highlights and alerts of the week. So, I don't think it tastes like transformation though. Transformation. I think it tastes like an upgrade because I'm not really a big fan of Coca-Cola. I'm more of that Coke Zero brand, or Pepsi, as you know. Oh God, Pepsi, praise the Pepsi. So what do we got coming up on the show today? So we of course have, I'm going to do a little bit of a housekeeping. Don't forget to vote in the poll. We are going to talk about the highlights and lowlights of the week. We have clip of the week. We have the main topics, which is all pretty much focused on the games. And everyone, I have been watching a brand new show called Yellowjackets, and I have been binging it hard. And at the end, we'll play something, hopefully, if we have time. And then I'll tell you about what the plans are for next week's 3-year anniversary. Can you believe it? I've been sitting here telling you thoughts on my brain for 3 years, and you've still come back. Thank you very much. So first, a little bit of housekeeping. Thank you everyone who watched the stream. That was last Friday, right? The Romancylvania, the first of the Indie Games Crawl, where we played Romancylvania, and we played Someday You'll Return, and we played Space Accident. So thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Romancylvania. I want to do a bit more research because the thing about Romancylvania. The premise was good, it was fun to play, but the combat was not fun and not necessary. So that's kind of what puts me off playing it. Also, there's no real trophy guides for it, and I'm kind of like torn between, do I become the first to, go out there, like, Buzz Aldrin or Neil Armstrong? Do I investigate what's on the moon for other people afterwards to pretend that it maybe never happened, or or shoot some silence or whatever? I don't know. I'm curious about braving it, but I do have other plans before I can. I'd like to check in on the PSN profiles. Anyway, that was probably I probably went in order. That was top tier. Someday You'll Return, blah. Space Accident, blah. So I'll probably do another one of those maybe in like May time, because next month, you know what we're going to be playing on stream next month. Well, of course, the next stream I want to do is some Resident Evil 4 properly, and then after that, you guys know it's coming. I'm going to have to play The Burning Shores, because why not? So we have to see what Aloy's up to. It must be on the Aloy pulse. What's she doing now? Ignoring all her friends, getting into danger once again, just being unnecessarily sassy, I'm sure. So we'll probably do that. So that's kind of like the upcoming stream plans. you have to stream Romancevania again. The thing is, if I do Romancevania again, I have to start again from the beginning. So I'd have to play a bit of that to get back to where I was. But I do want to know how it's going to plan out. I thought you were going to say Ragnarok finally. I don't know. It's going to happen. It will happen. I have to let the game come to me, okay? It's like the one chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter. I sit down on this sofa and I sit there and I go, like in my mind palace, like Sherlock. And I'm like, what is calling to me? And I pick up the controller, bloop, bloop. And I'm like, this is the game. This is the one. And at the moment, I'm in a 3-way tag team match. No, maybe more like a triple threat between 3 games, which we will talk about later. So that's happening. Vince is sending you good advice with the terrible news that the Sims have picked up an instrument. Yes, we will get into that because it is... Sorry, I hear something now. I hear voices in my head. Oh no, they're from upstairs. I'm not insane. So yeah, that's more to come on that story. Yes, a guide. Oh, Gaffman says, I platinum Gotham Knights. Congratulations. I'm glad to hear it. A third person in The Sims. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Did they, produce a child and it's already 5 and now going to music class and learning how to play a cello? Who's playing cello in a flat or a violin? What's going on? All these questions and more, and I'll never really answer. And the one you enjoyed the most, Resident Evil 4, it was. So that was, that was fun to, a platinum pioneer. Maybe that was. I feel like we lucked out with that. We got one good game out of it, and then, do you remember Elden Ring? I do remember Elden Ring. I can't I don't know. I can only do what the soul wants. I can't make it happen. I know that I play games in a weird way that nobody else does. Like a lot of people just like mainline games. And I really want to try and mainline Resident Evil 4. Unless I get super addicted, then it happens. But I just have to go with the mood and the feeling, and that takes me to the game. I don't know. It's very bizarre. I just can't explain it. Yeah, this is correct. There are too many games. Moody XP and the Burning Shores. That sounds like a Harry Potter book in the making. Just like the Adventures of Moody XP and all of the stuff. Yeah, exactly. I just go with whatever calls to me. So that was the one thing I wanted to talk about. And well, let's get into some of the. You know what? Let's do highlights and lowlights of the week, I suppose. Let's move into that. Yeah, let's go there. We're 20 minutes past. So. Yeah, next week I think, because next week is Easter. That's a big highlight. It's the best, it's the most wonderful time of the year. I love Easter. I know a lot of people don't even understand what Easter really is, but I love Easter because it's WrestleMania season. You get, I always take WrestleMania off. So I always have I take the Monday off work to watch WrestleMania with my brother. So that's good. And then you get a 4-day weekend. What's not to like? Oh, and I've ditched my coat because now it should be like springtime, but it's not really. It's still kind of cold. And now it's like the bank holiday season. Like it's the best. Oh, and also the day has changed. Like now time change was a pain in the ass. Like that was my low of the week, was waking up on Sunday and losing an hour. And it's weird how an hour can just throw you a loop. Like I was confused. I was dazed. I didn't know what was going on. I felt behind. But even though it sucks, I can't deny it is really nice having that extra hour of daylight. Like I ended work at like 6:10, like, and then had dinner, and I went out for a walk at like 6:30, and it was still light, and I got back and it was still light. Like that, even though it sucked, that's worth it. Like it's so nice to have longer days now. So praise the longer days. We're just waiting for the weather to just get a little bit better. But I have decided to ditch my coat because if I wear my coat anymore, it's gonna wear itself over to work. That thing needs to go to the dry cleaner because I look at it and I'm like, you've had your time. It's too much. So leather jacket season. It's on. I'm making it happen. Good times. So that's I've already jumped into my but then my other highlight of the week, everybody, which will also hopefully be your highlight later on, is I finally finished editing the end of the 75% completion video. I know it's been a lot. You've probably forgotten that I even did that last year. I did my 75% journey, and I wanted to film the finale. What happened after the last update in October? Well, now I've finished it, so that will go up on Sunday, so you can see how the journey ends. So that's pretty exciting. So I feel good about myself for finally finishing a video. Like I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber, and I apologize for being rubbish. But again, it's one of those things where I have to feel the creativity and feel the power. And it came to me, and I was sitting here, and I was like the little cat on the keyboard, like editing it out. So I'm excited for you guys to see that, because there's something a little bit different in the video, which I hope you might enjoy. So yeah, that's what's been going on. That's the highlights for me. Okay. I will switch to you guys for a bit, and then I can delve into my lowlights of the week, which I'm sure someone out there will find amusing, because it's always the tragedy of my life. So let's see. For your PSN profile, you'll have to have a good game for Plat 151, because, oh yes, of course, you're right, I do. Very, very good. I don't know what that would be, to be honest. When will your next stream be? It will be probably, I'm thinking Friday, Good Friday, because I'll have the day off of work. So I feel like I could start at a decent time and like go long. I know I won't be like knackered from work. So I'm looking at doing that, because have I got plans on Saturday? Oh yeah, I do have plans on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, and then Monday, it's Easter Monday. So yeah, I think Friday next week will be Resident Evil 4 stream. Maybe we'll get to the end, because I've just reached the castle now. Are you going to try and smash an Easter egg on your head this year, Lucy? Maybe. It depends how many brain cells I still need. Oh, mini eggs. Great. Although mini eggs versus cream eggs versus Kinder eggs. I think I have to go cream egg. Oh, no, I have to go Kinder egg. I'm a Kinder egg over a Kinder egg, cream egg, mini eggs. I like how I beefed up the mini eggs and then decided to actually put them at the bottom rung. Let's see. Dubbery has never reminded me of Easter. Well, it's because it happens at Easter, because it's the same time. It's always like, April. All right, we got some highlights coming in. Jazz D says, highlight, I got my Pixel watch. It's quite nice. I didn't know they did Pixel watches. Well, congrats. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Gafferman says, Lowlight, I've had an achy foot all week. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your foot recovers soon. There's nothing more annoying than an achy foot. Don't tell my foot, my achy, breaky foot. I just don't think it understand. I admire you using no, I said leather. I know, because there is a leather jacket. That's like, what people wear when they are on a sports team, right? Gafferman then comes to the high and says, got the day off so can watch the show live. Yay, congrats. Well, it's good to have you here live on a Thursday. PS3 Gaming Scotland says, highlight Scotland beating Spain 2-0 in the Euro quarterfinals. What a result, smiley face. Congrats. I'm glad to hear it. Jamie says, highlight, played the Resident Evil 4 remake and it cracked my top 5 games of all time. Wow, that is mighty high praise indeed. And it is WrestleMania weekend. Oh man, one day I will be there at WrestleMania weekend. Oh my God, it'll be so exciting. That's one of my dreams. You reached 100% on the 75% video. It's finally happened. Yes, thank you. I'm excited for you guys to watch it, because I tried a new idea that I wanted, like, it's piloting a new idea in it. Robert Wars's highlight, got my 100% back in Human Fall Flat after its 15th DLC. Congrats! Isn't that the worst? Lowlight, first day back at work after being off week, and I'm starting a cult. No, that sucks. Well, I hope you get well soon. Down the OJ, get the little Baroccas, and hopefully you will be able to make it through the wilderness. Do you anyone else remember that bit at the end of Shrek? Like when the credits came for Shrek, they did like a medley. It was like, it was like, I made it through. No, I think it starts with Shrek going, don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. And then she goes, I made it through the wilderness. I made it through. Don't know how much I love until I found you. Yo, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Anyone else remember that, or am I just singing that? We used to practice that at primary school during when we had our jobs at lunch. In year 6, you were given jobs, and the best job was classroom cleanup at lunch, and that's when we used to just clean up the classroom but then put on a show. Worst job was doing the scrapings. No one wanted to do the scrapings. The scrapings was when you had to take everyone else's trays from lunch and scrape out all the food. That was a naff job. I never got the job where you had to clear out the little prayer garden, and I think Bethany had that job and she stabbed herself in the foot with a rake. So library duty was pretty good actually. That was all right. But yeah, but jobs when you're a child, am I right? Dusty says, highlight the ashtray maze in Control and Control Shiny. Woo! Shiny! Congrats on the Shiny. Lowlight Bureau countermeasures, which can effing do one. Yeah, I remember doing those. I remember that. But hang on in there. You'll get there. Gil, I say your name wrong all the time, but I'm trying really hard today to be like Guillermo. I know, I feel like everyone just allows me on my poor pronunciation. Last week is that I have a cold and I still have to come to work. Boo. People getting colds. Dex is saying, I'm very close to platinuming Hogwarts Legacy. I just need the map at Chambers for 2 more houses. Yeah, I'm curious actually, because I've not done too much of Hogwarts Legacy, but how much of the game do you need to replay for each house? I'm not sure if I haven't even got the trophy for doing whatever it is in the Hufflepuff house yet, and I feel like I've been playing for like 5 hours, so that's a little off-putting. Lofty's still hanging in there. Lofty has seen bed. I'm not going to lie. Lofty is looking a little droopy. I should probably do... But Lofty's a fighter, you know, hanging in there. I think because Lofty's just doing so well, I just sometimes forget about Lofty, and I'm sorry. But yeah, I do like Lofty being in here. Sounds more like prison than school. Manny's saying, hey, LudiXP. Hello. Highlight playing Resident Evil 4. No lowlights, baby. It's almost Friday. Woo! I forgot one of my highlights of the week. We had Podcast Club at the weekend, and it was great. Although Google Meet is now doing a 1-hour time limit, and it's like, there is so much to discuss, Google. Can you please not limit us? So yeah, that was good times, catching up, talking about them video games. Daniel was saying about an hour and a half or almost 2 hours to get max character, skipping scenes and cutscenes and doing main story stuff. There is a lot of cutscenes actually, so that is that probably would help speed things up. While Wifey Sleep says low or high, not sure. Need 1 RNG trophy for 100% in Rocket League. So close, damn. Lofty's not a zombie. We're cool. We're cool. Roughly 2 hours in each house. I'm doing it as we speak. Okay, interesting. I guess maybe I'm just taking my sweet time, I suppose. I don't know. So, great highlights and lowlights, everybody. I'm about to tell you some of my lowlights of the week. So, firstly, I did say that the time change. That was kind of sucky. Dark Knight says, oh my God, Batman's here. Dark Knight says passing through. I'm still at work and waves. Hello. Well, it was good to see you, Batman. I know you've got to fight crime. Was that what you mean by you just passing through, you're going to work? We'll keep it secret. We understand, Dark Knight. So, what is my lowlight as I check my things? Well, it is, of course, a dreadful update to The Sims. They must have got a new expansion pack, you know. Firstly, they had the base pack, then they got the house party pack, and now they've got the musical instrument pack. And I came home last night. I went out last night for some drinks. I came home and I walked into my bedroom and I heard and I was like, what is this? What is going on? And it's the undeniable sound of a musical instrument. It's some kind of string instrument, and this was like 10 past 10 at night. And I was like, you know what? I don't have time to entertain this right now. So I'm just gonna pretend that I haven't heard this and go into my living room and sit down with my headphones on. But it's definitely some kind of like violin or a cello. Now my auntie Eunice used to play a cello. So I know a cello when I hear a cello, and they are deep and bassy, but it could be a violin as well. But violins are more high-pitched, squeaky. Anyway, I put it out of my mind. And then this morning I woke up and I came in here and I was like, you know what, I'm going to work from home today because I had a late night out and I wanted to buy something at the shops at lunch. And so I stayed here and then I went to my room and again, the sound of a musical instrument was playing. I was like, what? Well, now I don't know how to feel about this because I feel bad. Like, they're not actually that bad. They're actually quite decent, but why are they playing? Well, I suppose it's better than playing it above here because that would be really annoying. I think for me it's unnecessary to be playing a musical instrument at night. I mean, I can't be like the big bad like fucking hall monitor over here being like, it's me, no fun allowed, it's me the fun police. But I know it's not really their fault. But I might have to say something. I might have to step up because I was like, come on now. It's like, it's too much that they're already depressing me. Now they're rubbing it in my face by playing depressing music on top of my depression of hearing them all the time. Like, I'm like sitting there being like, God, it's so like they're literally playing a sad violin for me. Could it be any more annoying? Anyway, I'm not sure what to do about this update. I can't make them uninstall the patch. Unless I don't know. It did make me reach my limits. But a cello is better than a trumpet, I guess. Like Sonia playing her trumpet in EastEnders. Robert Wall will get that one. I don't really know. It's too much. They're just trying to compete with the Thursday downstairs singing. At least it's only one. The flats are alive with the sound of music. Maybe we just form a band. Maybe this is it now. If you can't beat them, you might as well join them. I just knock on the door. I'm like, do you need someone to, join in? I did learn 3 Blind Mice on the recorder when I was about 10. I'm sure I could pull that out of my ass if I need it. Manny says I have a neighbour who plays the piano downstairs. I quite like it though. See, yeah, this person next door, I'm not going to expose them, But I do. I'm not joking about that. I'm not making this up. But I am gonna protect both myself and my next door neighbor's identity right now. My next door neighbor is actually a famous person. No, they legit are. I'm not joking. And they are a famous musician. And so I hear them playing music, but it's like faint enough. In fact, I hear music being played right now. A piano is being played. Yeah, it must be them, the famous next door neighbor. But it's like a dull sound. It's like, tolerable. Like if I want to hear it, I can hear it. But this is outrageous. Like this is like I'm sitting in the room and I've turned on classical FM, but I don't want to listen to classic FM. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. It's me, your famous next door neighbor. Now, like, you can all speculate who the famous next door neighbor is, but I can't expose where both me and the famous next door neighbor live. But without going too much into detail, I live in an old Victorian style house that's been like converted into flats. Now the famous person that lives next door lives in the entire house. Like they don't have, so like my flat is the size of like their living room type thing. Like they've got my flat and the other person's flat as their whole place. It's a dell. Maybe if it was a dell, I could just go to the wall like this. Hello from the other side. And just sing to everyone. It's not Adele. You can keep it. What if I've got a famous upstairs neighbour too? Oh, imagine living next to Ozzy Osbourne. That would be funny. What would be a good famous next door neighbour musician to live next to? It's Adele. It is not. I'm pretty sure that most people that are in the chat right now won't know who this person is. I only know who this person is because my mum likes this person. That's what I'm talking about. This person is like an old famous person. So more like Ozzy Osbourne level. Get in there and make a record. No, I'm just like, hello, redacted. My name's LudiXP. You may know me from a little show called Lockin' It Down, Lizzie. I was just wondering, I heard you through the wall. My mum's a big fan. I was just wondering if you wanted to collab. That's what all the kids are doing now. Like, I have a song called Daydream Romance. Maybe you could, I'm not really sure what you did in your musical career, because they do actually have a really famous song. Now, obviously I don't want to go on this too much, but they do actually have a famous song that I'm sure you guys would know, but I'm not gonna divulge it. You can leave that to the speculation. The speculation of who the famous neighbor is. I'm gonna leave it. I've seen them. I validated them for my mum. It is true. They are famous and it is them. So, how funny. Anyway, but I allow them because they're real. This is like, I don't know. It's too much. I'll tell you because I know you. I actually know Manny. Spoiler alert, it's Manish from Podcast Club, it's El Presidente. I've just exposed Manish now on the internet. So, am I getting? I could be. I could be being rickrolled. But should I just sing their music to them? Like I'm not gonna do it because I can't. People will tell me off in my real life because then what if they want to use a crazy fan of Redacted Neighbor? All the fangirls will come. All the fanboys may turn up. I am not a fan of this person. I do not enjoy their music. Maybe I just said a bit quieter. Like, that next door neighbour is slagging our music off. Anyway, we're all doing the music over here. So yeah, that's what's happening. Right, so that's my low lot of the week, everybody. The reason this person lives here, I can't say, okay? But there is a valid reason why I live next to a famous next door neighbour. God, imagine if I lived next to Ant and Dec. Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, so I think time now, Mr. Famous is real as opposed to Sims. I like that, Mr. Famous. I haven't actually seen, it could be Ms. Famous, Mr. and Mrs. Famous. It could be either, it could be Adele. Imagine if it was Adele. We just go out drinking at the weekends. Mr. or Mrs. Famous, I haven't actually seen them in a while, so we should see. Anyway, probably watching the show now. It's in your flat contract not to identify them. Anyway, other than my famous next door neighbour, I think it's time to move on to clip of the week. It's the part of the week where I show you something that happened this week, I guess. So please enjoy. Clip of the week. Thank you so much for your lowlights and highlights of the week. We will get on to the main portion of the show, which will be Resident Evil 4 and a little show called Yellowjackets, which I learnt about from Podcast Club. So thank you, Tristan. All right, please enjoy. Clip A of the week A. What is my finisher? Oh, it's a... Yeah, take some of that. Right. Right, come on, let's get that finisher going. What? Oh. Piper's pick, come on, let's go. Right, no rope break. 1, 2. Oh, she's got resiliency. So you've got ancient magic on ya. Okay, actually I can't remember how to play. Ancient ruin. Well, let's get rid of some of my fucking dweeby clothes then. All I've got is dweeby clothes. I'm not wearing any clothes. I'm just wearing my underwear this whole time. Oh my god, what a fucking loser. Stuck in a sad summer. Shit, I should probably heal up. Oh no, I didn't repair my knife. Ugh. Who's ringing the bell? Oh my god, we're on fire! No. Oh, balls. Let me in my little projector. Leave me like a cannibal. Oh. Who is throwing shit about? Oh, fuck. That's it, really. That's been the whole week. I've literally just sat here and played video games. Not that's much to report. That's it, everyone. That's all. Nothing happened this week. I literally just sat there and played the 3 video games that I've been playing on rotation, which was WWE 2K23, a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy, and a lot of Resident Evil 4. And that's it. That's been the life. I had no social engagements. Nothing of any merit or interest happened other than that. As Eric is saying, good fun times. Also, a lot of people talking about my PlayStation shapes. Not good for your eyes playing in the dark. My grandpa said the same thing, which is why I don't play in the dark. Which is why I've got the shape lights on. Would the PS shape lights be very distracting? No, that's what gives me some light. I feel like that creates ambience. Ambience. Yeah, I feel like that's the way, I suppose. Like, I don't know, maybe that's why I've got poor vision. Also, a lot of people talking about how big my TV is, and this comment made me laugh. Where is it? Where is it gone? Richard saying your PS5 is bigger than your TV. I'm a simple man. I live a simple life, okay? Leave me to my simplicities. Nothing wrong with big chilling. I think a week of playing video games is pretty awesome to me. It was good. You can't beat a bit of ambience. Exactly. Thank you. Is that how you say it? Why is everyone laughing? Why is there like 3 people saying LOL in a row? Why are people lowing? I don't know what happened. You know? Anyway, that was it. That's the trifecta of video games I've been playing. So I wake up in the morning and I had to do my WWE 2K23 Factions. Finally finished that. Thank God. I never have to play Factions. Why is people lolling? Why are we all lolling? Do you know what I think of when lolling? I'm thinking of actually people going lol, 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 lol. That's how I imagine. Like, you're like actually rolling about going, well, actually that's rolling on the floor laughing. Anyway, what's going on? Now you're all just doing it to trip me out. Anyway, so I do my WWE 2K Factions. Tick. I like get that done out of the way. Then obviously, Hogwarts Legacy is like a chill game that sometimes I just switch my brain off to play, and then it's nice to play some Resident Evil 4, although it is harder to play Resident Evil 4 when I'm like, mentally fatigued from the day. But I have been making solid progress on that, so maybe I should, move on to talking about that. Although, buy a projector and feel like you're at the movies. Bethany also suggested I should buy a projector. Factions is the worst. Well, thank God I've done that. So I think next up I'm going to focus on showcase mode, and I'm just going to drop the difficulty down to like easy just to get that done. Also, I quite like that. Me and my brother are both playing WWE 2K23, so we message each other about it, and he tells me what he's been up to. I tell him what I've been up to. Isn't it great communication? Anyway, it's quite. I've enjoyed that connection. Also, it's because it's WrestleMania season. It's like gets even more. Manny, buy a nice TV and some speakers, please. Well, the chat did say that I had to buy a new TV this year, so I can't not do. That's one of my goals for the year. I was meant to check in on my goals for the year because I've actually forgotten what my goal is. And how am I supposed to complete a goal if I don't remember it? You need a bigger TV. Maybe someday. I don't know. I just don't care. Like. I can't explain. I know that other people come around and they just can't take it, but I feel like once I'm looking at the TV, I'm in the TV. Like, look, I've got it over here. This is the TV that I play all of my streams on, everybody, okay? This is the size. This is a 16-inch TV. I've told you about it before, that I stole from my dad. He came here one day and he was like, "Is that my TV?" And I was like, "Maybe. Maybe not." He was like, where would you get that from, blinking twin? I was like, "Dad, you weren't using it. It's been missing for like 3 years and you had no idea." So so every time I stream, I'm looking at this Alba, 16-inch Alba from Argos. It served me well. Alba for the win. If you can lift your if you can lift your TV, it's is that the ultimate test? Hi. Hi, my name is Lucy, and if you want to know if you've got a TV that's good enough for playing games, tip number 1, can you bench press your TV? If you can bench press your TV, it's clearly too small. Look, it gets the job done, alright? I platinum Sackboy on this on Christmas Day. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't need the finer things of life, Once I'm looking, the thing is, the screen is the screen, okay? Once I'm in it, the boundaries are endless because it's what matters inside. Like, it's like a 3D painting. Once you're looking in it, it doesn't matter. The world just disappears. And I think that's where I'm able to. I feel if I had a big TV, I just don't feel like I need it. This TV is only 720p. If you're not sitting too far away, then it should be. Well, I actually sit here to look at the stream, and that's probably why I get so close to the cat. This is, I noticed that people were mentioning that when I'm like playing the game, I'm like doing this. It's because it's too small. So yeah, that's maybe one day. I don't know. I just get like TV anxiety. Okay, there's so many things that go into buying a TV. I'd rather not put myself through the stress. Okay. Thing number 1, how big has it got to be? I don't know. Thing number 2, where have I got to sit? Thing number 3, where's it going to go? Is it on the wall? Is it on the thing? Thing number 4, what's the viewing angles like? What's the sound like? What's the picture like? What's the refresh rate like? Is there going to be enough ports? I just don't need a concern. I mean, I'm saying all that stuff, and right now my situation doesn't even have sound. So, I don't know. At least this one has sound. So if I want to actually watch something out loud, I have to watch it on this. I don't know. I live a strange life. I don't even know why your dad is complaining about you taking it. I don't know. Do you have a big TV for... No, this is it. It's that TV or it's this over here that you just, that's it, that's the situation. I don't have a TV in my bedroom. Nothing is going on. The stream can help you with TV shopping. I don't know. I feel like I just don't want to buy something that I'm going to regret, okay? It's like getting a tattoo. Once, big purchases stress me out, okay? Like, this is the thing, like, if I'm going to spend money on something, then I've got to be sure. And I just feel like with a TV, there'll be something that'll be like, oh no, is it going to be annoying, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's too much stress. Yeah, and it might be it might be too much. Anyway, let's talk about a little game called Resident Evil 4. Did Lucy steal Dad Reads TV? There are many things that I steal from my dad, but he stole loads of things from his mum, so you know, what goes around comes around. It's fair play, all right? So anyway, it's not like it's really stealing if it's your family. Like, he can just come and take it back, right? Anyways, back to what we normally talk about other than my criminal past. Let's talk about a little game called Resident Evil 4. So I'm going to switch over and we're going to come and talk about it now. Okay. Where are we going? We're going over here.
No, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
All right, welcome. We are now, I can't remember what's in this clip. It's, you know, just some random gameplay. So we're going to talk about Resident Evil 4. How many people are playing it? Put your hands in the air. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. I've been talking to a lot of people this week. People on the internet, people in the real life. Everybody who is playing this game is loving this game. I don't know. People are saying it's like the best game that they've played. It's really interesting, actually. I had a moment today. I don't even know where to begin on this review. I feel like I've got so much to say. See, Manny is saying best game ever. I'm afraid I can't pull up your comments on this screen. Maybe I should fix that in the future. So far, where have I got to? So for those of you who don't know, this is a remake of a previous game. So I like that I've played this game recently, only 3 years ago, and it's really cool to see how things are different. So we played a little bit of it on stream last week, and I had a bit of a headache actually, so I was struggling slightly. But then when I played it, I got the next day I woke up and I played it and I was like, oh yes. This is just the usual PS5 version. I will put the spoiler hand up when we get to spoiler territory. For now, I'll keep it light and spoiler free. So far, I think the main part that's really interesting about this game is that it's the gameplay is really fun. It's really cool. Firstly, it's a good game already. So how can you improve upon greatness? Well, you just tighten it up. I like both games separately for what they do. Like, I do like that kind of clunkiness from the original game, but here it's just like it's smoothed over. We've got much better, like, you know, control. Like, Ashley controls much better. We're not putting her in the bin, although I did put her in a locker recently, and she was like, seriously? And I was like, get in the locker. So yeah, like, the game just plays way better. You know, I should have really written some notes because now I'm just pulling threads out of my brain of why I like this game, and also just watching the gameplay and kind of wishing that I was playing it right now. It does pull still from the Resident Evil 2, like this, even the door squeaking is the same sound. I don't know why that you know. And they've added like lots of new gameplay elements as well, which is quite fun. But it does stick to the original story. It's like how I've been describing it to people is it's really fun because you know what's going to happen, but you don't always know how it's going to happen. And that's what keeps it like fresh. Like, I know how A to B happens, but it's not a straight line, you know. We're getting there slightly differently from what we remember. So it's just a really good game, everybody. Locking it down with Ashley, absolutely not. I like some of the new things that they've added to it, as I said, and maybe I should get into spoiler territory because I'm trying to like choose my words carefully. Oh, one of the things we don't have to do now is we don't have to give Ashley health anymore. We just have to pick her up when she's incapacitated, which is good. One thing that's not so good is the stranger's voice. The stranger doesn't have... Here's the thing. The stranger... No, sorry, the merchant. I'm the stranger to the merchant. The merchant is iconic. Everybody knows the merchant. Like, welcome, stranger, stranger. And I have a feeling that this guy did such a great job that, you know, you can't mimic greatness. And so they probably just said to the guy, look, just do a Cockney accent and have your own spin on it. And the guy has done. And it's fine. It's okay, but I don't think it could ever... They would have to just have found that guy again to just reprise the role, which may have been impossible. That's the only thing, but I do like all the other stuff that is happening. So let's get into, I guess, spoiler territory. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put the spoiler hand up. Put your spoiler hand up. Put your spoiler hand up. Oh, I'm going to put the spoiler hand on my face. That's me trying to speak, but the spoiler hand is in the way. Maybe I should do this. All right, so... Spoiler territory. So far, the last thing I did was I beat that guy Mendez in the shed. That's where I'm at. Oh, no, sorry, I've made it to the castle. I made it to the castle now, which is the bit I was looking forward to. Naughty SVG, naughty SVG. I have not heard them asking for a naughty SVG yet, and I hope I do hear it. So, let's see, the main differences of the game that I liked the addition of is that the merchant now has requests that show up on like blue little post-it notes that he leaves around. I don't know why the merchant is just like, you know, blasé to what's happening around here. I don't know, sure. So he leaves these little notes and they're like little sub-quests that you can do. And I've been diligently going around and doing all, although I missed one, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So I like that. It adds a little extra freshness to the game. You're like looking out for this stuff. Like one of them is like on that big lake section and you're going to explore the lakes. They've added a lot more like puzzles to the game. So it's a bit more like, it's like Resident Evil 4 with a slight fusion of Resident Evil 2 where, you know, there's like lots of things that are locked with keys. So you're like picking up these keys and going backtracking. They even have the small key, which makes a reappearance from Resident Evil 1 where you have a key that you can use one time to unlock. And I say, look at this cow, by the way. I couldn't believe this. This cow is like fucking us up over here. And I don't know if I'm talking in this clip, so do tell me if the clip needs to be put down a bit. But yeah, they should have really brought the original merchant voice back. Yeah, greatest NPC of all time. So I really like that. I like how there's like extra puzzly stuff that's being added so that it's not just all action. There was something that happened today which is really which made me think of something that I thought was quite funny. So when I played Resident Evil 4 on PS like recently, the original, I was like, oh my god, this game is clearly what inspired Uncharted and therefore Last of Us. Like it was a third-person action adventure, and then playing this game, it feels like there was like a certain section that happened which made me think that this game inspired Uncharted and Last of Us, which in turn then inspired this game. Like I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. But that's how I feel. There was like certain bits I was like, oh, this felt very Uncharted, but it wasn't in the original game. Oh, and this is the cabin sequence now, so you can see where all this is going down. So they've got new enemy types. Oh, and there's also like a lot of stealth that can happen. Your knife now breaks, so that adds like they've done really good updates that just like make the gameplay really like satisfying and different to keep you on your toes. So you're always like thinking, there's always like, you know, what weapon am I going to use? Should I use my knife now or later type thing? So yeah, I think so far I'm having a wonderful time. I'm playing on standard. Obviously, I'm trying to make this my 150th platinum. There are a few bits that are that I have found a little challenging at times. There's a lot of like running about and trying to figure out. At first, I didn't really like how slow Leon ran, which was kind of irritating, but I've kind of got into it now. Ada's voice has changed, which is very weird. And Ashley is now the appropriate age. Ta-da! So that's good. And there are some great campy lines. I can't remember, there was one that happened earlier, which I thought was really good. So that they've still kept that sort of, you know, the jokes. These are the jokes, kid. So let's see what people in the chat are saying. Yeah, so Manny's saying, love the additional stealth kills and the knife parries. Yes, the knife parries are pretty cool. Oh, I knife parried someone with a chainsaw and it was epic. These two women were like, came at me and I got my knife. I was like, shit. And then you're like, you're like holding it up. That was pretty cool. The cow was your shield. The cow did the same thing to me and got me killed, says Jose. Did you play the other great survival horror game remake of the year, Lucy, says Gafferman? No, I have not played Dead Space, which I believe is what you are referring to. Maybe someday. Jose saying, I recently found out that both Leon and the merchant were voiced by the same actor in the original. No. How? How can you? That's nuts. While Wifey sleeps, says, I still got to play Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and old Resident Evil 4, but I can take on this new one. BV... Ooh, Duvant? Sorry if I've said... Dunat says, and yes, you can save the doggo in this game. Yes, so they have like switched things about a little bit. So at the beginning of the game in the original, there's a dog that you can save, and that dog's dead. But then you find a dog later that you save, and the dog comes and helps you take on El Gigante, which is that was cool. That wasn't so bad, that part. I'm excited to see what the game is like when you play it on harder difficulties. Oh, and I did the shooting range. The shooting range has really changed. Like the shooting range is now like a pirate, well, I've only done one so far, and it's like a pirate theme, and I'm just wondering if it's going to be as hard, because the original, doing those shooting ranges, because it was like so like pinpoint accuracy, and because the controls were like really like stiff, I had to go in like deep concentration mode. I had to go into a trance-like state, where I remember I was playing on the stream, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm going to be sick. Like that's how concentrated I had to be. So I'm hoping that this one won't be too tough. I believe someone told me that you have upgraded weapons as well when you do it. I've not taken a ton of time to do the shooting range. I'm gonna like pick a save and then come back round and do them all properly at the end. Everyone is waiting for you to do your impression of RE4's Ashley. I have to do the new Ashley impression, you know. I don't even know what she sounds like really. It's like, come on, Leon, or whatever. She's like, can we take a breather? And he's like, sorry, we can't. But I can do it for you at the end. Yeah, like Leon has some great quips and puns. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad they kept the humor in it. Oh my god, yes! Eric is saying that, fuck the bear clamps already. This game has bear traps. Like, the bear traps, like, it's like bear traps the game. That was annoying me at the beginning, because I just kept walking in them. And then I got Ashley killed, actually, because she got caught in a bear trap. And then I had to, like, help her out. And I was like, but then I didn't make it. So that was kind of annoying. Jamie is saying, how do you feel about the knife's durability? I actually think it's okay, because I've like been leveling up all my guns as I've been going. I've been leveling up my knife, and I like how it's a strategic part of the gameplay. Like, I do like going around stealthing people, but I also want to make sure I've got my knife ready for in case I need it for an emergency. Also, you pick up smaller knives, so it's like making sure you've got your you know, kitchen knives, or I think I got a boot knife recently. Like, using those up first before you have to really go for your knife. The merchant is the person that will repair the knife for you, and like, if you remember the game, you can kind of like figure out how often he turns up quite regularly. I'm never in a situation where I feel like I'm too far away from the next merchant when things get a little dicey. So I don't think it's too terrible. Those indie games stood no chance of you playing Resident Evil. Yes, exactly. So I think that's very cool. Would be cool if you could use the chainsaw. Oh my god, imagine if you could. That would be pretty cool. This guy, Lewis, he's pretty all right. So yeah, that's some gameplay for you there. I hope you enjoyed that. The cabin sequence was pretty intense. That was a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna take a cheeky drink here. Yeah, you don't have to do the stuff that with Ashley as much. Like, we're not putting her in the bin so much. Like, it's so weird. Like, you walk through some of the areas that look a little bit like the original game, but they're also kind of different, which is kind of cool. So it's like keeps it still fresh. But yeah, you're definitely not putting Ashley in the bin. I just put her in a locker. I think I must be getting close to the part where she gets taken again. I can't remember. I think it's when I get into the castle she'll get taken. I do like how she's not with you the entire time. Now, what are the bits that I'm looking for? So I had lunch with someone. Believe it or not, I had lunch with someone at work. Someone at work that I don't talk to regularly, but they have good video game knowledge. It was just like so I don't know if you have this, but at lunch we have a canteen, and sometimes I'll go and sit for lunch, and sometimes random people will just come and be like, oh, can I sit next to you? And it's like, oh yeah, well, not really sit next to you, it's not like that. But they're like, oh, do you mind if I'd sit with you? And like, yeah, sure. So this person came and sat with us, and we were talking about Resident Evil 4, and I said to them, so I'm going to pose this question to all of you guys that have been playing Resident Evil 4, because I want to hear, like, so for those of us who know, it's like, I'm going to put the spoiler hand up just in case, kind of spoilers, I suppose, for the game. My question to this person and to all of you is, so far from what you've played, what is your favourite part of the game that has been remixed or slightly changed from the original? I think that was the question that I posed. Like, what was a part of the game that you were excited for, but it was different? So far for me, like, I didn't feel like the lake monster fight was that different. I think for me, the part that stands out, other than the merchant requests, I liked the lake. So from what I've done, I liked the lake section where it was, we had to drive around the lake picking up keys to go back and unlock the church. I thought that was pretty cool because there was a lot of like a big exploration section. But I'm curious to see. Oh my god, Jose's saying the castle. I'm so excited to see the castle. The castle was like my favorite part of the original game. It's tough. Like, I know which bit I'm not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to you know, the bit where you're in the water room. I think it's like a famous bit that people talk about a lot, like the water section, and Ashley has to pull the cranks and you have to like watch her back. That, I remember that being a pain in the arse when I did that on the real game. Oh, and I'm not looking forward to Parasite Eve. I'm not looking forward to the Parasite Cave. You know, when you go to that underground bit and there's all those like flying bugs. That's not very cool. But hopefully I'll get that butterfly mag. Oh, that butterfly mag was a sweet gun. I've seen the merchants selling it, but I haven't had enough money to get it yet. Also, I do like how all the selling stuff. Oh, and I like the gemstones. Like, you're putting the gemstones in the thing, and they have that gemstone key to make sure you get the most money out of it. That's pretty cool. There's just so much depth to this game. That's really good. It keeps it. In fact, I might just end the show here. I've got to go play it now. Oh, you can remove the spoiler hand. Okay, I guess. Well, I'm trying to think of any other section in the game that I am curious about. So I've done the Mendes fight. I wonder how the Salvador stuff will be. And the Krauser. Oh, I don't really like the Krauser fight. What about when Salazar's right hand chases you? Maybe like when the big, oh yeah, the big statue bit. There's so many bizarre things. I'm looking forward to the minecart section, actually. That'll be good. Oh, the Ashley gameplay section was terrifying. Oh my god, this game is so dense. I literally just remember something else, like the maze bit, outside when you get a little bit further into the castle and there's like that, the garden maze. There's just, every time I think about that, there's like more and more. Like it's the game that never, like there's just so much happening, but it's still a short game. It is a really good game. The island was fun as well, in my opinion. Okay. God, I'm very excited. There's still some subtle flirting between Leon and Ashley. Really interesting. I like how the virus or parasite in this game borrows from Alien. Is that different from the original, or has that always been the case? So there we go. That's my thoughts on Resident Evil 4 so far. That's all I've got to say about it right now. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm very interested in getting my subsequent playthroughs to get that platinum. Obviously, I know with the Resident Evil 4 game, you've got to set yourself up for many playthroughs. But I think that's part of the joy that I have as a trophy hunter. I like the strategy. I like doing my first playthrough and then looking at what's left and trying to figure out, well, if I do this and I do it this way and that, and then and it all comes together. So yeah, I will keep you posted, but I'm trying to speed run on stream, maybe. So here's the other thing that I'm also going to do. So here's a storyline update for you. The mysterious co-partner, as you know, cheated on me to play Fallout 76, okay? And so the mysterious co-partner tried to redeem themselves by playing Moving Out, but we're going to do one last push to try and finish Fallout 76. So we have an action plan, all right? We started this together, we're ending this together. I'm going to put the spoiler hand down. So one of our goals is to try and platinum Fallout 76 in the next month. So we're going to set up scheduled sessions. We have a roadmap to go through. But of course, both of us, the mysterious card partner, by the way, is also a trophy hunter, in case you didn't know. The two of us are both on milestone platinums next. So we also have to work on our other game because neither of us want a milestone platinum to be Fallout 76. But then, of course, on my PSN profiles, it might actually be. But it might take a lot of my time. I don't know. This is the thing. I've got to really sort out my life. There's so much to do to get it done. But I think with careful planning and all these bank holidays, maybe I can get it done. I don't know. I just find it really difficult to sit and play games for a long time. Jose saying it's now my favorite Resident Evil game, tied with Resident Evil 2 remake. Oof. I wonder how I'll feel. I don't know. I've got a lot of love for Resident Evil 4, the original. I'm not saying that I don't have as much love for this, but it's like that. I don't know. They just feel like different games, but the same game somehow. Resident Evil 4 has quite an involved trophy list, it seems. You have to do quite a few playthroughs. Well, that's what I'm signing up for. And I'm hoping that will be the same old thing that once you do a few things, you unlock, guns and stuff that make it easier so you can just breeze through it. Here's hoping. And I've got to make sure I don't get into a situation like I did with Resident Evil 3 where I have to fight Nemesis on Inferno or whatever ridiculous thing I had to do, Nightmare, with no rocket launcher. So I'm gonna be diligent in how I sort this out. Do you think they'll remake Resident Evil 5 next? I don't know. Maybe they could do something with that. It's we'll see. The future is unclear. So that's all. That's everything I've got to say on Resident Evil 4 at the moment. Let's check in on the poll. I'm curious to see what how the poll is faring. So what is best video game zombie? Oh, still Less Plagueis in fourth place, followed by Freakers, followed by G-Virus. But running away with it, literally, like the runners, it's The Last of Us, The Infected. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me just check my show notes real quickly. I'm going to take another sip of my drink. I also very much worry drinking this drink. I feel like I can feel my my brain solidifying and my teeth also, dissolving with the sugar. But it's nice though. I'll probably save something. Also, I like it flat. It's way better when it's been sitting in the cup for a while. As you know, it always is better. I definitely think it has like a vanilla caramelly scent to it. So the other thing I would like to talk about is I started watching a show called Yellowjackets. Now, I don't know if people in the chat know of the show Yellowjackets or not. Put your yellow jacket hand up. Put an emoji of your hand up, or a yellow something or other, or a jacket. However you'd like to, let me know that you know what I'm talking about. Because I had never heard of this show before. So on Saturday, Podcast Club happened, and we always meet at 10 a.m. We're very prompt on Podcast Club. We like to get it done in the morning and get on with our days. Wow, a lot of people haven't heard about the show Yellowjackets. So people must think, what the hell is she talking about? Terrence knows. Terrence got the Bumblebee up. Nice. Been on a while. So I think it's on Amazon Prime or Paramount or Sky, something like that. So, okay, let me tell you, because this is how Podcast Club goes, okay? Item number 1 is life updates. So El Presidente goes around the room, the online room, of course, and says to each person, like, okay, I want to hear from you, Lucy. What's your life update? So I tell the group my life update. Then we go to Tristan. Tristan tells the group his life update. And we're like, Manish tells the group, and we're all like, yay, life update. So that normally takes about an hour. And then it's normally the agenda is like, what have you been playing? What have you been watching? Or what have you been listening? So it's like, so normally then we talk about, I've been playing this, that, and the other. And then Tristan was saying that the second season of Yellowjackets was coming out and he was looking forward to watching that. And I was like, pray Tristan, do tell. What is Yellowjackets? And because we were talking, I said that I wasn't really watching anything after Last of Us finished. And so he told me the premise and I have been hooked ever since. Literally I binged it. There's like 10 episodes and I started watching on Saturday and it is Thursday and I'm only 2 episodes away and I really want to play Resident Evil 4, but I also really want to watch the last 2 episodes of Yellow. I mean, I went to bed like a bit too late last night because I watched 2 episodes in a row after I got back from drinks and had to, not listen to a violin being played. So, but how do I describe the show? So it's set in like 1996. Okay, here's the scene. I don't know. It's hard to describe a show without ruining it. But I suppose this happens in the first episode. So it's a show about a female football team from high school that they are about to play nationals. They're playing football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. And what happens is they get in a plane crash, and the premise of the show is something happened when they were out in the wilderness, but we don't know what that is. So the show flashes between what happened while they were stranded in the wilderness and what's happening in the real life now. So like the wilderness happens in 1996, the future happens now. And the kind of like the what happened intrigue is they're all keeping some kind of secret. Don't worry, it's not lost. They didn't crash on a mysterious island. They're in the wilderness. But there's some kind of secret about what happened during I don't know how long, but they crashed for I don't know how long they crashed for or how long they were stranded for. But something has gone down. I'm guessing it's kind of culty or a bit, whatever it is, they can't talk about it. And the ones that came back, because so far from what I know, not everyone survived the wilderness. So when we return to the nowadays, they're like in their 40s. I hope that's not being rude. I think they're in their 40s now, the people that survived. So, and it's kind of like understanding. No, they're out in like a woods, like a forest, the wilderness. They're somewhere in America, and as my dad said the other day, like, I don't know, the wilderness in America is vast. Why are we talking about the wilderness in America? I don't know. When I have to go home with my dad, when he drops me off, I just have to endure whatever it is he wants to talk about for the next 25 minutes. And I just go, yeah, okay, yeah, sounds good, thanks. All right, see you next week, bye. Anyway, so there's some kind of secret that and I think someone's trying to expose, because whenever anyone, like, people want to get the story about the now the reason it's called Yellowjackets is because the team were called the Yellowjackets. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job at explaining, but it is really interesting. Like, I want to know, like, what happened, what did they do? Because it kind of like, and there's like this weird kind of like tribally music that's going, like, and there's, like, it's hard to describe, but like, it's one of the songs goes, and I don't know, I find it really interesting. I'm 2 episodes away. It's got a little bit of gore in it, because obviously as you would in the wilderness, shit goes down. But I don't want to spoil it. But obviously I think something clearly like bad, and I guess there is a mystery because that's what the hook is. Something bad clearly happened that they all decided that they can never speak of when they reached back to the real world. And what that is, I don't know. Now I am suspecting some cannibalism. Not that I've seen it yet, but I feel like that must have, I don't know, because I guess it's when you have to survive, what do you have to do to survive? And why are they keeping this secret? Like, why didn't they? I suppose it's like when the people from Lost came. I suppose it does have quite, okay, I'm trying not to make it sound like Lost, but here it is kind of, yeah, it is sounding like Lost. Plane crash wilderness mystery, definitely. It's definitely not Lost. And sometimes there's like the past, and then there's the past. But they're all teenagers, kind of like a teenage thing, I guess, as well. I don't know. Maybe look it up, maybe don't. It's got, do you know what the funny thing is? It's got the woman who I'd never seen before. So do you remember in The Last of Us, that woman, what was her name? It was in a quiz. Her name is Melanie in real life. Kathleen in The Last of Us, the head of the Hunters. She's in this. She's like one of the main characters, Shauna. So yeah, that was quite weird that I'd watched 2 shows in a row with her when I never knew who she was before. Yes, Melanie Linsky. Yeah, it's her. She's in this. And some other people. So some people have watched it. Yeah. I don't know. So the people that have watched it, how would you describe the show? Because I feel like I'm doing a poor job at it. But I'm binging season 1. I'm going to try and get to season 2. I don't know if it's coming out week by week, but I don't know. It's been fun, like, trying to go through the episodes. There are some characters I don't care about as much as others. There's definitely not. I think now, is the show set in the future or is it set in the past? I don't know. I definitely find the wilderness stuff really interesting because I don't know what I would do. I would just be like, oh my God, like, I don't know. Like, how long do you wait for rescue until you just submit to your fate? And just, I don't know. Maybe it will turn out like Lost. I think it's a bit more, I don't know how to describe it without describing it like Lost. But it's not like everyone's got like some kind of like backstory or whatever. It's more about the forward story and what happened while they were there, like whatever the big mystery is. So that's what I've been watching. I've been very much into it. So yeah, maybe check it out. It has been quite fun watching a new show and getting invested rather than watching the same shows that I always watch. Have you watched Happy Valley, Lucy? No, I have not. So this was the thing that came on Podcast Club because they were also talking, because we were talking about The Last of Us. I think they were also mentioning about watching Chernobyl, and so I was kind of like, oh, am I going to watch Chernobyl or am I going to watch Yellowjackets? And I think I just decided to watch Yellowjackets. There are a few bits that are quite like much for me that I'm like, I can't. I don't know. It's a bit like gory, and there's a lot of like, I don't know. I don't like things that are, because I guess like, you know, in the like broken bones and stuff, squeamish things that I can't handle. I just close my eyes. I recently watched the Third Day, that show The Third Day, and the special live that really, Imogen was in that. Imogen was in The Third Day. She was in the live show, my sister Imogen. So if you watched, so she's body doubled for Jude Law's son. So in the live show, whenever the son is showing up, it's Imogen. Imogen got to hold Jude Law's hand. Put that down on IMDb. Oh yes, that's what I'm a bit scared about. Chernobyl is heavy. I don't know if I can handle it. Chernobyl is very good. I don't know. Maybe I'll. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not very good at digesting the heavy content, especially at night when I go to bed and then I'm like thinking about it and sleep. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll have to do like a morning show watch. So that's what I've been watching, everybody. What do we else got on the show? Okay, I feel like we're nearing the close of the show, so we have something that I'd like to do. But actually Manish and Tristan were talking about Succession, but I'd never heard about it. It's so funny. I only watch dramatic dramas, everybody. I like to watch things that make me think, even though if making me think does keep me up at night. I don't know. I like laughing, sure. I mean, who doesn't like laughing? But I don't know. I don't like junk food for the mind if I can help it. That's, well, I'm not saying that funny things are junk food for the mind, but, you know. Okay, so. Next week is Locking It Down with Lucy, the 3-year anniversary. So there will be, I think the show might be a little bit longer. So here's the plan. It's going to be a regular show, I guess. And I am going to, I hope, I don't want to give away too much of what it's not going to be like Locking It Down 100. Let me just it's going to be like a downscale one, but I'm hoping that there'll be a fun like meta game for you guys to play on the side. So I'm going to make it like a bingo card, which someone I guess suggested last week. So you play along, you can do drinks or whatever, see how many things happen. But one of the things I will put a post up is I want to do at the end of the show a segment that I'll be calling Trial by Trophy, where I'll be playing a game at the end and trying to get a trophy, and if I give up then I'll have to do some kind of forfeit or something. So look out for a post on the community page this week where you guys can vote for which trophy you would like me to try and earn at the end of the show. Episode 100 is my favourite so far. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I mean, this will probably be like, I don't know, less of a big deal, but I'm trying to, throw some things in that'll be fun. And also because it's the episode before, this is actually really what I wanted to ask you as well. The toe poke isn't one of the trophies. So next week, because it's Easter coming up, it's Easter weekend, I would like to do, as we spoke about before, I want to do a movie review / recap of Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from 1970, because I love that movie. Now, the question I have for you guys in the chat here, let me know. Would you like me to watch the movie first before I review it / recap it? Or shall I just try and do it from memory? I'm sure I could find a way to watch it. I'm pretty sure I've watched this movie a lot of times, so I think I could do it from memory. I'm just a bit sketchy on the beginning. But a chocolate taste test. Ooh, yeah, keep the ideas coming. Maybe I do love eating chocolate at Easter. So yeah, option 1, watch the film. So option 1 is watch the film. Option 2 is don't watch the film and do the recap / review. I think that's a great movie, by the way. Always watch it first. Okay, I will write this down. I will endeavour to... Oh, God, I just picked up my microphone. Sorry about that. Memory could be funny. All right, so I've got to try and find some time this week to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay. And we are talking about the one with Gene Wilder. Okay. I'm sure I could make that happen. Maybe, do you know what? Maybe I could try and do it at home. One of those, it's like one of those movies that when it comes on, you just have to watch it. It's called Willy Wonka, actually. It's not actually called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The book is called that. Willy Wonka. Mr. Wonka, I am a teacher of geography. Okay. We'll do that. So yeah, that's all the plans for next week. So hopefully I will see you guys there. It will be on Thursday still. I don't think I have any plans to not make it Thursday. So next week, Thursday, 3-year anniversary, and then Resident Evil 4 stream on Friday. But now it is the end of the show. So Robert Waugh, aptly as guest, we need to guess the drawing. Actually, we are going to do some drawing right now, everybody. This is something I wanted to do earlier in the week, but I never got around to it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the part of the 2000s version. Yeah, exactly. No, that's not as good. So, where is my whiteboard? We're going to do some drawing, everybody. I think it's so funny that everyone loves the drawing. So, you know what? I'm not... It's funny to me because I know I'm not a great drawer, but it seems to be, something. So... This month, we are nearing the end of March, and I thought, March is International Women's Day, and so what I'm going to be doing for the end of the show is I'm going to be drawing some iconic women from TV, film, gaming, and you guys are going to guess who they are. So I'm just going to type into Google, iconic women from media. Fiction? Maybe I should put fiction. And let's see who comes up. Okay, maybe, actually, I know. Let's do a category. Do you want TV and film? Do you want TV, film, or video game for round 1? Round 1, please put if you would like a woman from TV, a woman from video games, or a woman from film. Put your votes, and then I will let Google video game. Okay, video game. I feel like video game, there's a small... Don't just start going Aloy as soon as I draw some hair. Like, I just go like this. I go... Ooh, and it was like, oh, it's Aloy. We're not doing Aloy. Okay, right. We might have to do some obscure. Right. Video, kill the radio star. Female characters. Okay. I don't actually know. Maybe we should do a random generator. Okay, let's do this person. I think I could do this person. All right. You can't see this, can you? Okay, you can't see the this. I forgot how difficult this is because I have to get everything up on the screen at once. Bear with me. 1 moment, please, because I need to get my reference drawing. All right, like Bob Ross over here. I've got to make sure I've got everything going on. Okay, drawing number 1. Draw your famous neighbor. I'll do that at the end if you can guess it. My God, ugh, you can send them flowers. Okay. I don't know how I drew people before. Okay. Because I did a personal one once upon a time. But, okay, so we've got a little bit of this going on. And a little bit of this, but it's not as... Okay. And then, or maybe give it a bit more of that. It's Aloy! It's not Aloy. Okay, and they kind of got a little oh, maybe I shouldn't really draw I've made them look angrier than they are. They're not this angry, I can assure you. Okay. Also, the other thing I do is I just draw very small. Someone says Jill, which is a very good guess, but it's not. It's not Jill. Oh, I've done a terrible job at this. I'm so bad at drawing people. It's insane. Okay, so their arm goes around like this. They've got a little bit here going on. A little bit here. Oh my God, someone's got it. How did you? Terrence has got it. And Jose's got it. It is Ada. That is Ada. So let's just finish the drawing off. She had her arms folded like this. She was wearing her little cocktail dress like this. And I was going to draw her little boots. Blah, 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 blah. Ada. Ta-da! Lovely. That doesn't look quite like her, but you get the idea. You get the idea. And does anybody know where that is? If anyone knows what that quote is from, my God, you're really Britishing it up if you know that. All right, well done. Okay, please put in the chat where you would like us to go next. Video games or TV/film? Where would you... Ada Wright. Yeah, it's Ada Wong, but it's Ada Wright. I like that. Budding. Okay, pick your category, please. Next category, TV/film. Maybe we should go TV/film. Music. I like that, actually. We'll do music next, actually. Am I going to start drawing Beyonce? Got me looking. Right, let's say women, famous, TV, female character. This is going to be hard because I don't watch television enough to know who these people are. Oh, this could be a good person, actually. But you guys will probably get it. But let's just, because I actually know this person. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I have to move. I need 2 screens for this. It's too difficult to do on one. Okay, right. I've got my reference drawing. Let the drawing begin. Although, all right. Peggy Mitchell. Okay. This is going on here. I'm gonna start generic for now. Keep you guessing. Okay. And then this is oh my God, I feel so bad. Okay, they've got something happening here. And then this might be difficult for the reference picture that I have I've gone for. Oops, oh God, I've already gone and mucked that up. No, this is we're on TV. It's a fictional character from TV. No. Oh, thank you, Converge, for gifting a membership to Bobby W. If we get, I think 3 more memberships, I can then do Angry Aloy. I can't believe no one's got this so far. Maybe this will help. This might help. Oh, maybe I've got to do more of a, like, if I do their face like this, actually, this will definitely give it away. Come on, no one's got what this is. Okay, we'll just have to go do a little bit more drawing down here. You'll know what this is if I'm about to draw something that will really give it away in a sec. Oh my God, someone has got it. Thank God. Jazz D. I was about to draw a Coke can. That's going, meh. But that was my trying to draw 11. As you can see, it's not very good. But that is 11 from Stranger Things. I'm very sorry, Millie Bobby Brown, for desecrating. She doesn't look very innocent. Right, there we go. So there we go. Oops, I just did the same thing twice. Marge Simpson. I wouldn't draw Marge Simpson, but that's a good one to have... The Queen, Slender Man, Taylor Swift. Snug is her hair. Oh, no, it's the wires. She's meant to be wearing that thing on her head. Yeah. Okay, we're going to draw someone from music. I like that idea. Who am I going to draw from the music industry? Maybe so I didn't pick a good picture of 11. And also I went for a young picture. Okay. Female artists. Who's going to come up? Oh, it's actually gone for artists. I should say musicians. Or maybe we'll go singers. Okay. Who am I going to draw? God, they all look... I mean, how are you going to know who these people are? All right, fine. I found somebody who might be good to draw, I guess. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. But I think you should be able to get this maybe if you think about it. Okay, right, here we go. My neighbor. All right, number 3, about to draw a female artist. Okay. I don't know why I decided to draw halfway down. Let's draw up here. Let's use our whole canvas. Oh, they have very long hair. Okay. And then they've got their face. How has someone got it already? Maybe because I went to Lady Gaga. I was about to draw the famous meat dress. But how was I going to draw the meat dress? I don't actually know yet. Let's just have a go quickly. Because it was going to be all like, oh, meat dress. Oh. There we go. Meat dress, Lady Gaga. Done. I'm going to go one more video game person. Female. You put Lady Gaga before I even started drawing. God damn it. Okay, let's do one more. Video, because I thought that was the best one. Do female villains. There can't be that many female villains. Female villains video games. Like, I can't even think of any off the top of my head. And not even Google will search for one. What? Come on, Google. Video game villains. Female. I don't know who these people are, to be honest. Okay, fine. I might have to just... Oh, yeah, I forgot about this person. All right, we're just going to have to do this. I'm just going rogue. We're just going to do a video game person. Okay, right, here we go. You want me to draw Abby? I suppose I could draw Abby afterwards. Okay, right. I'm going to draw something in a second that will be so... You'll know it straight away. So I'm just going to keep it... Oh, we're actually drawing eyes this time. Oh, we're trying now. Woof! We are drawing something. What this is, I don't know. But it looks horrific. As always looking. These are so bad. I've clearly given up on actually trying to make this somewhat decent. Okay. And a bit around here. And then... That looks a bit much, but someone's got it. Thank God. Dusty B's got it. It is Harley Quinn. There is my Harley Quinn. Okay. You know what? You want me to draw Aloy? Let's bloody well draw Aloy. Everyone wants a bit of the Aloy. All right, let's see how good I can. I'm going to actually try. Let's actually try and draw Aloy. How are we going to draw her? She's so difficult to draw. She's got so much... She wears so much clothes. Love it. Draw a clicker. Your artistic style is very unique. Well, I don't know. Somehow I've got a job in design. Right. Aloy. Though if I was going to draw, I'd draw Beta. No, there's a spoiler. Okay. Right, we're going to actually try. It's also very difficult, I will say, trying to draw at an angle. That's what makes this really hard. If I was going to sit and draw properly. Right, okay. Let me do some intense concentration here. I feel like I've already started too far and made her way too big. God damn it. She's got like clown ears going on over here. All right, come on. This is so bad. This is so bad. I'm such a bad drawer. Maybe it'll come together. Okay, she's got some good flex eyebrows happening. Okay. Oh no, she looks too happy. Aloy is like the least happiest person ever. Hey, you want to play Machine Strike? No, no one wants to play Machine Strike. Stop asking me. Okay, Machine Strike is dumb. Okay, she's got all her flowing hair happening. I've never seen anybody who has more hair than Aloy. She's got a ridiculous amount of hair. I just would like to tell you that females, well, especially, well, I don't have the level of hair that she has. Okay, right, we're gonna do a bit of this. Oh, this looks tragic. Okay, this is immense concentration happening here. Do you think you would have got this if I had no, come on. Try and sort that. Oh, I'm just not very good at drawing, but you guys are somehow good at guessing. I might. It's all going terribly wrong. Got a little bit here going. She's got her little beads happening here. She's flexing her bow here. Because she's pulling her bow back, and then she's got a little bit here happening, and then blah, 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 blah. Drawing. Ta-da! It's Aloy. I think it's Aloy. God. Okay. Looks like Voldemort with a wig. Thank you for that. You got to draw them bigger. Allow some more detail. Okay. That's You want me to draw Abby? Draw Abby. Will you do a WrestleMania watch-along stream? No, because I watch it with my brother. All right, let's just draw Abby. Come on, then. I'm going to draw her from... Wait. And I'm going to draw it big. Okay. Abby, The Last of Us. Okay, we're going big on the drawing. My pen is running out. There, boom, done. Right, that's it, everybody. That's your lot for this week. That is Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, I will see you next week for the 3-year anniversary of Locking It Down with Lucy. If not, I'll catch you on the VOD. Let's check in on the poll real quick to see who is best zombie infected. Last Plague Us coming in on 4th place, followed by Freakers Days Gone at 18%, G-Virus at 19%, and running away with it is The Last of Us Infected, which is what I thought would have happened. So there we go, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I see you all next week. Don't forget, this Sunday will be finally the finale of my 75% completion journey, where I break down the final. So firstly, I document the final half of the year and how I made it 75%, and then I also talk about how I felt about doing the goal and any tips and tricks for other people who also want to do such a goal. That is it. Please have a lovely Thursday and a great weekend. I shall see you all in the future. For now, I'm going to go and tell Ashley to get in a bin. All right. Help me, Leon, help me. Or send us off stranger. Now that is a weapon. I've almost forgotten the old merchant's voice. What did he used to say? What was one of the things he used to say? It was like, oh, I can't remember. Other than the welcome and I'll buy that. Oh yeah, what are you buying? What are you selling? That's it. I'll buy that for a high price or whatever he says. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, cool. Catch you later. Thanks everyone for being here. I'll buy that at a high price. Stephen Tyson knows where it's at. Oh, that's a good one. Got some good things on sale, stranger. There we go. We got some good things coming up on the channel, stranger. I feel knackered. All right, I am going to go. Hopefully I have got the coffee release out of me, so I'll actually be able to sleep tonight, but I do still feel quite awake. Okay, goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, adwell, adieu, and in the future. Goodbye. Ta-da! See ya!